the file, you fool!
Okay, welcome back. We're actually in the White File of Windhelm. We've got some rest, some food and some drink. Just thought I'd pop into the White File just in case there was a book that we might get, and sure enough we speak to Neuralon in the White File.
Ah, so you're an alchemist then?
And we look under books, we can buy Tamriel Flora Illustrated, which completes that quest. I shall also see if he sells any interesting ingredients that we might need for quests. Sprig and sap, taproot, we can always buy that later. Mainly looking for small pearl, but obviously it's not going to be here, because like I say, you need a very high perk to speechcraft perk to get it. Well, let's speak to Vilja, see if she's happy with her gift.
What have you got there?
I don't appreciate loyalty.
Could it be you have found Tamriel Flora Illustrated?
Yes, I found it. I came here before, of course, but he wouldn't let me buy anything.
How wonderful! Thank you ever so much.
Damn it, child! Didn't I tell you to gather my notes on some material properties?
Okay, that's it.
That's something I'd like to talk to you about. Have you got a minute?
Sure. Tell me your thoughts.
I'm supposed to collect an eye of a saber cat, but that's not an ingredient. I mean, it's not like a flower you just pick.
Apprentice obeys his master.
It seems we will have to track down a saber cat and kill it. Well, unless you have a better idea, of course.
An eye of a saber cat. Okay.
Oh, that's great. I must say those saber cats look really dangerous. I'm not sure I could kill one on my own.
You killed about 4 or 5. Anyway, that's obviously our next quest.
Master can be a bit short-tempered, but I've learned I'll never
See if
have
we can
mastered
buy
my alien skill with potions.
an eye of a saber cat. Because we've actually killed about 4 or 5, but all they give is a saber cat tooth and a saber cat fur. Perhaps it's another funny ingredient that they have. Saber cat, saber cat. Nothing really here. Well, he doesn't sell it. So that's our next quest anyway. Small pearl. And we also need to go and pick up this eye of a saber cat. There's a decent blacksmith here. Of course, it would be really cool if you could get the blacksmith to upgrade your gear, and you don't need to actually upgrade all your skills. Of course, that would get rid of the smithing skill, which is no bad thing, I think. There are plenty of saber cats in the wild, though. As you level up, especially if you go towards Iverstad, and of course we'll be heading that way when we carry on with the main quest, because we need to go up the path all the way up to the top to speak to the Greybeards again. Let's get our horse. Hopefully it's around here in the stables.
There are so many stories about Ulfric Stormcloak. Sometimes I wonder how many of them
Is this
are
one mine? Cat's horse? That's not mine. That's a stolen horse. It's a stolen horse. That's a stolen horse. What's that? It's you just appearing right behind me. Okay, I'm gonna get on my horse.
You know, if I was an elf, I would leave this place instantly and never return. I can't understand why so many of them are remaining here.
Lydia doesn't get her horse. Fair enough. Let's check our little map. Where do we need to go? We need to go... Well, Windhelm appears to be in our way. So it probably would have been a better idea to go to Winterhold. So what we need to do is cross this river and go across this mountain pass and up here to Snowvale Sanctum. Unless we can somehow sneak around Windhelm. Let's try if we can sneak around. Let's see if we can sneak around it. I don't think so. I don't think so at all.
I of course don't want a mag, but it would be great if we could find a saber cat soon.
Oh, it seems like
Kill it, of
Lydia's
course,
found a horse.
so that I can have its eye.
We'll ignore this wolf.
That's something I'd like to talk to you about. Have you got a minute? You are
Up we go. Where is this? What is this place? I haven't noticed this before. It looks like a slightly new place. Housekeeper, the Volk resident.
Yes.
Hello, cat. No dialogue. Two people. Lady Valk, Lord Valk, Zumba Jory.
Need something?
Frozen Westland. North Shore God. I guess this is another forgotten settlement, but they've forgotten to put it on the map. High Elf Noble, Imperial Trader.
Yes?
Yep, this definitely seems to be another one of the forgotten settlements, because it looks very similar to the previous ones. Who's drawing a sword? Here are their beds.
Yes.
It's
Until
a
next
functional
time.
innkeeper, excellent.
Yes?
It'd be nice if this place was labelled. Obviously we were there for a while because now it's morning. What on earth is Zumba Jory wearing? In winter you're wearing a bikini top. I suppose it's a fur bikini top. Lord Valk. Fair enough.
Hello.
Now where's my horse gone to?
Yeah?
Valdemar Volk?
Well, hello.
And if we head this way,
Hold on, Gagan.
this is North Shore Creek. Here we are. This is definitely a. This is very nice.
You haven't forgotten about the ingredients you promised to have you?
Haven't, but my horse has disappeared.
Clearly
A
he
free
was
horse.
wrong. Yet, I do think he meant well.
Okay, what I'm going to do, because I've lost my horse, I'm going to fast travel back to North Shore Creek. And my horse should magically appear in front of me. Excellent. There you go. Now we're here. I think this place will be quite impassable. We'll have to head along this shoreline and head close to Forsaken Cave. Well, this is a nice little settlement.
Poor Alama to Temple of Kinner doesn't
Of course,
seem
previous
too
to
happy
this
over
there was
it.
only this lumber mill.
I can understand her.
Angus
Nassim
Mill.
is a jerk, don't you think so?
I do remember coming past Angus Mill though. So this is an actual Skyrim location, but that little town is nice. I'll probably go back there, have a look around. If there was some dialogue and some quests, I know it's a lot to write, that would be an even better mod. At the moment, of course, it's just an aesthetic mod that adds to the realism of Skyrim being populated. Otherwise, it's just pure bleakness. Very beautiful bleakness, but it's somewhat like Alaska. I'm not talking about a populated region of Alaska either, I'm talking about a region of Alaska that's completely devoid of any life. Just checking my map from time to time because I don't want to miss the turning. It looks like there's some sort of fortress up ahead. Assassin. Let's try out the horse combat. No, I won't even need to try. Let's have a look what this assassin's got on them. Of course, assassins are just random encounters. Dark Brother shoulder pad, Dark Brother assassin's note. We've seen one of those before. I'll take one anyway. Garnet, lockpick, and gold. I won't bother with a steel dagger and sword. I'm quite armed up with swords anyway. Now this looks like the mountain pass. Yep.
I'm glad that my mother cannot see me right now.
Large fortress or a large stone wall up ahead, and that doesn't seem to be on our map.
I wonder how I would look if I cut my hair short.
Quite an enormous fortress. Wonder if we can pass without bandits trying to kill us. Hopefully it's a Stormcloak village and not just a bandit one.
Definitely not.
Or hopefully not a necromancer one, that would be even worse. Lydia, you've left your horse behind. See if we can ride past it though.
I'd like to go for a swim.
Well, if we head north, it looks like we can get around it. Well, you can go for a swim if you like, Vilja. It's freezing. You go ahead.
I don't know about the storm.
Can't see anything. It looks like necromancers. It looks like necromancers and skeletons. So I'll avoid that. Sprint past those arrows. Tell you what, it's amazing the Jarl doesn't do anything about it. Well, obviously Lydia's Lydia and Vilja are sorting everything out.
You will be so dead.
Let's see if we can help them out.
Sure. You are so dead. You made a big mistake.
Bruiser is a vicious little horse.
You are as good as dead. You will be so.
Are they killing her? They're killing her horse.
That's best you can.
It's probably because I struck. Right, stop fighting. Really, honestly, stop fighting. That's enough. If I get off my horse.
Don't you think so?
There you go, I think that would have sorted out. Bruiser comes back. it very well. Bruiser's got a couple of arrows to the face. But we seem to have cleared out these necromancers quite well. Let's have a quick look. Looks like a high elf. Conjurer. So black mage's robes, they're pretty good. Oh, we're not going to linger here. Lydia, get off my horse, seriously. Seriously.
I'm really scared.
And a necromancer. That is a necromancer. I'll take that. And we'll head over to our original destination. I've almost forgotten what it's called now. Snowvale Sanctum. Has a little barrow sign next to it, so I'm sure it's a Draug-filled area. Of course, we haven't been in a Draug-filled area for a while. Of course, that was our originally we did run through thousands of them. But recently, none at all. We haven't killed a Draug for a long time. Bandits, bounty hunters, slaughterfish, all that kind of thing. So, Draug will be welcome back to a very familiar enemy. We're at level 7 now, so we might actually see some more ferocious enemies. Looks like we have to branch off the road now. Tell you what, this magic compass is not bad at all. What's happening? It's a wolf. These snow wolves are slightly more aggressive.
Now where did I put that?
Can't maneuver around to get her.
You will be so dead.
These ice wolves, they're tough. Much tougher than normal wolves.
You're making nothing in hell.
More enemies up ahead. I think they're just ice wolves. Although I'm not quite sure what this glow is. That might be an ice wraith, so we want to steer clear of ice wraiths. They are pretty tough stuff. I think you can harm them with normal enemies, and of course I've got the ice wraith bane if I want to. Ice wolf pelt and a garnet that ice wolf has. Lydia, off my horse. Right. Well, we're not too far from Snowvale Sanctum. Just a quick run away. Since we've ridden on a horse most of the journey and Lydia's run most of the way, we'll give her the benefit of the doubt.
My favorite book is ABC for Barbarians. It's such a source of vital knowledge.
So here we are. The dead horse. 50 gold, horse hide. Horse hide, might as well take the horse hide. Beds if we need it. And this looks like Mercer Frey up ahead. I'll drink some water before I go in.
What is love handle?
So, Actually, let's talk to Mercer Frey.
Good. You're finally here. I've scouted the ruins and I'm certain Carlia is still inside.
You saw her?
No, I found her horse. Don't worry, I've taken care of it. She won't be using it to escape. Let's get moving. I want to catch her inside while she's distracted. Take the lead.
You want me to lead?
I'm sorry, I was under the impression I was in charge. You're leading and I'm following. Does that seem clear to you?
Oh, no other
Just
option
make
than to say
certain
that
you
he's an
keep your
asshole.
eyes open. Carlia is as sharp as a blade. The last thing I need is you blundering into a trap and warning her that we're here.
So why am I leading? Isn't murder
I
Dark
have a
Brotherhood territory?
long-standing arrangement with the Dark Brotherhood. If I need someone in the guild taken care of, we do it ourselves. We both agree it's best to keep these matters in-house.
Tell me about Carlia.
She was a stubborn Dunmer. Always had to do everything her way. But she was also the best, bringing in more coin a month than some thieves heist in a year. Gallus trusted her too much and let her get too close. If you want to call it that, yes. Me? I think she was softening him for the kill. Gallus would call her his little nightingale. He was absolutely smitten by her.
Why did she
Greed?
kill him?
Jealousy? Spite? Who can say what drove her to such an iniquitous act? One thing's certain, I intend to find out before she draws her last breath.
How did Gallus die?
25 years ago, I was standing outside these very same ruins. Gallus told me to meet here, but he wouldn't say why. When I arrived, Gallus stepped from the shadows. Before he uttered a sound, an arrow pierced his throat. Before I could even draw my blade, her second arrow found its mark in my chest. Carlia was a master marksman, and her greatest weapon was the element of surprise. I was lucky. She missed my heart by mere inches. I staggered away from the ruins and my vision began to blur. It's then that I realized the bitch had poisoned her arrows. The last thing I saw was Carlia dumping his body into an opening atop the ruins. An unceremonious end for a remarkable man. To this day, I've regretted allowing her to escape, even if it meant I had died trying.
Oh, you'd been shot in the arrow. It's shot in the chest with a poisoned arrow.
The guild was thrown into disarray. Several stepped up and tried to claim Gallus's former position as guildmaster. Sides quickly formed behind these men, and the Ratway became a bloodbath. I saw what they did to Gallus. I wanted to use the guild's resources to hunt down Carlia. The others didn't even care he was gone. Fortunately, I persevered, and the other groups were either killed or they left Skyrim. The infighting had taken months to subside, which gave her time to go into hiding and carefully cover her tracks. I spent thousands of septum and used every contact at my disposal. But it was as if she had simply vanished. Like I said before, she was the best.
Okay, that's cool.
If you see Carlia, don't hesitate. Kill her.
Right, what we're going to do now, we're going to stop there, because we'll now enter Snowvale Sanctum. We found out the background to this.
There's little time for talk. What do you want?
Well, let's go then.